Hey, what's going on, everybody? So this video may be a little boring. If you don't want to see, basically what it is I'm building a basket to make my rotisserie oven work a little better in my favor, so I don't lose any of the boards, or the boards don't get stuck out and kind of lock it up. So if you want to skip past the build part, it's about 15 minutes, maybe 16 minutes, depending how long this intro video is. So you can go ahead and just skip right there, and that kind of gets into the actual use and how it's working after my basket. I just want to make sure that you guys know that this was Mike's idea, and he's got all the credit for, for making this, kind of bringing this this idea to the table. Not mine by any means. If you haven't seen his channel, I'm sure most of you guys have, because I think some of you were sent over here from him actually. But if you maybe are new to this, and maybe you stumbled upon across my channel and you haven't seen anybody else's or any others, he's a great guy. I'll make sure I post his page down here in the description. So now that being said, Mike, if you happen to see this video, I also just did a bunch of ram sticks out of there. Now, challenge, see who gets the most gold. I think I got 238 grams of chips. I know you got a heck of a lot more than I do, but maybe you weigh 238, I weigh 238, and we have a little bit of a match there. See who gets the most gold. It'll be kind of fun. And yeah. So anyways, we'll get on to that, and then yeah. Enjoy the video. Alright, so today is the day we do a little operation on the George Foreman. So the problem that I've been having with this is that my chips here and my boards, they fall right through. So gonna do a modification today, a little bit of chicken wire, see if we can get, I'm hoping that the screen is big enough for stuff to fall through, but not the boards. That was kind of the thought. No, I'm not sure if it'll work, but I guess there's only one way to find that out. So let's see if we can find the end of this bad boy, which is like a one of those I Spy games I was never good at. There we go. And I think I'm going to save some of this wire here to actually spring loaded. Cat-like speed reflexes. I think we've got enough to play with, at least for the wire. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way for a second. Clean up my mess a little bit. Alright. Sandhills. I don't know if you could hear that in the video. So let's see here. It's going to roll out a little section. I'm actually going to make my workstation a little bigger. Get that out of the way. Yeah, look at this pile I got to deal with. Tons of them. And I always got some kind of fun noises for you. So what I'm going to attempt to do, I think, is so I could still get the door on and off. I think I'm going to make a piece for the door, and then a piece for the actual basket. So let's see. We're going to go Man, this weather is just absolutely gorgeous out. So then my thought process is, should be able to just kind of fold this up here. I don't think I made it big enough. So it can't get out that way. It can't get out that way. So what I think I'll do is doubtful that they'll get out that way. Well, no, we're okay because this is going to sit in that top one. So that's perfect, actually. All right. Not quite sure how I want to go about this yet, though. I think we're just going to try it. I've got enough chickenware to play with. Where if it doesn't work, we could just make another one. Try not to catch that in the eye. That would not be a good Saturday. I'd like to start those MLCCs today too. Well, probably not all of them, but a good test run anyway. Alright, and we're going to cut that off so we don't get stabbed with that, because that's going to happen. And we're going to bend that over for safety precautions. I don't know about you guys, but my hands always like to get caught on that kind of stuff. And it always wins. I don't know why, but it always wins. Wrap that around. We're gonna go like this, I think. Cut this corner so that so a big problem is these sides are completely open. So what I did here is I got to cut these off, right? And then I gave myself enough to kind of spin that around. I don't know if you could see that. So that spins nicely around that corner, and then when I fold this up, it'll cover that. Time for another little piece. See if I can suck some of that up here with kind of twisting my wire up. It's either that or the wire's going to break. And so this is what I'm talking about folding over. I don't know if you can see that, but that thing is sharp. Fold it on over, get it out of the way. Honestly, there's a lot of sharp stuff here, like all these. I should have cut. See, I was hoping, I'm just kind of winging it, as you can tell here. I was hoping that I could have cut this up, well, basically utilize these to wrap around. But that's not going to happen with this case, so. Rinse and repeat. That should fold right up and over. Look at that. Give that a little love tap down. And we're going to need a piece there.
No question about that. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Except I don't need it to be that long. So I'm just going to cut right here. Give it a little love tap. HVAC guys, everything's a hammer, right? You'll know what I'm talking about. It's a trade secret. Well, I guess I can't say it's a secret anymore. I think I'm gonna grab a little bigger bite. So I only went on one piece before, so I think I'm gonna grab this whole corner, this go around, like so. If it doesn't work, I'll just cut that bad boy off. Really cinch it up. Did something. Yep. Broke my piece. Too tight. It had to happen at least once. No question about that. But I think they gave me plenty of wire here. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna try that one more time. Beautiful day out today. I don't know if you can hear all the background noise, but we got, sounds like a neighbor working on a car. Somebody's mowing the lawn. Beautiful. Tell you what, there isn't going to be too many days left of that. I'm not excited for. I am a complete weakling when it comes to the cold. Which is funny because I've been in Wisconsin my whole life. You think there would be some sort of getting used to it, but nope, not me. Not me. All right. And so I think what I'm going to do here is just grab this piece as far up as I can get it anyway. Just enough to hold this piece down. So my cats are outside too. Well, the one of them is. The tailed one, that's what I call her. Well, I actually call her my construction kitty. So if I'm doing something, she's got to be a part of it. Whether I'm tearing up a wall or painting or whatever. Loud noises, she doesn't care too much about. It's actually kind of funny. Alright, now the interesting part, the sprocket. I actually don't think it's going to be too bad at all. Because this is pretty flexible, so I think I would be able to do the same thing here, just kind of wrap my way around it. The most time consuming part is strapping it, because can't use zip ties, right? That's not going to work. They'll melt and this basket will come off and you'll be starting over. side. I like to tackle the harder stuff first, so then I have a, I call it coasting. Get the hard stuff done out of the way, and I can kick the clutch in and roll. All right, so this is the top. So let's see, get that out of the way. You can see how far we need to go down. So I'm going to cut inside section out there. There. So it's right in there. And then we'll do the same thing for this guy. Alright, so I ran out of video, but this is the final product. I just added a couple on the couple straps on the sides here. I did some on the horizontal runs. I did 2 on the horizontal, and then I did 2 on the vertical so that it doesn't move. But looks like it'll work. So the time of reckoning, let's see here. Start with a couple of them in there. I don't know, should be a good start. Wow, what's the worst that happens? If it doesn't work, I'll take some out. And then if it works, I'll count the boards, do it again, or take some out. It's a little dirty, so you can't see, but we're spinning. We're gonna do a test, see if anything falls out the bottom. Hopefully just the chips. I imagine we'll have some chips locked in there. But there's only one way to find out. Let's give her a test. So I had to take about half of the size, or half of the amount of ram sticks out, because they were getting stuck. It was too much weight on the bottom, and then this thing was kind of like, it would go up and then it would come back down because the sprocket would come up off. So it seems like we got some pretty good rotation now. We'll let it rip for a little bit. Alright, so something is up again. I think that was supposed to come off. We'll find out. It sure is hot. Unless I just melted it. Oop, looks like we had an escapee. Ding! Dinner is ready. Yep, we had an escapee. Where did that escape from? Ooh, right here. I didn't put it down enough. Okay. But look at that. I think those are all clear. We'll escape, or we'll check it out once this cools down a little bit longer, because I imagine that's going to be screaming hot. So we're going to set that behind here and off of the extension cord, because we don't want to fry that bad boy. Yep, those are definitely toasty. They're nice and clean though. Look at that. Yeah. Hot tamale. Ooh. That works excellent. Mike, thank you for pointing this out to me, because that is perfect. I wish I had the bin like you did. Can't say I do. Just got that square thing. Ooh, we got one tillet hanging out in the back. Look at that. That is a beautiful thing. Plus all the little MLCCs in there. Excellent. Okay, we'll dive into this a little more here in a minute. I don't feel like burning up my fingies, so. Alright, so let's check these out. This is still scorching hot. Let's unplug that since we don't need that running. Alright. These ain't too bad. Yeah, they're a little hot. I spoke too soon. But they're all clear. Look at that. There's a couple MLCCs stuck to them. I don't think it's worth going after. Just the one or two that are left on. That works beautifully. And we only lost a couple of them. Sweet. Well, I'd say let's load that up again. And I think I had this on backwards. Or upside down, I should say. So I had it on like that. I think it needs to go like this. And I think we'll be able to get that in further so that the this will actually protect that area where they escape from. So the basket cools down rather quickly. It's the two solid pieces of steel that you don't want to touch. So I'd say let's load this up again. And they were probably in there for about a half hour. So I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Make sure I get this basket down enough. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, so now I've got that down a layer, so I'm still protected. So those shouldn't come out now. Yep, just touched the sprocket. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and put these in yesterday's box. I gotta see if I burnt my top off here. Looks like it was kind of supposed to come off. There we go. Perfect. Let that thing run again. So I'm going to set a timer. We got it on an hour and a half. I think that's going to be a little much, but I can always stop it. But it helps if I plug it in too. So I put a little less in there yet. I haven't got the appropriate amount for it to keep spinning, so I'll count it when I get that. I'll just keep putting less and less in until that point. So check that out. They made their way between the screen and the actual basket. If it can happen, it will happen. All right, so what do we got going on with today's chips? Let's see if I can do this one-handed. And there's going to be some MLCCs and some tin in there. So it's not a perfect weight. But we have 238 grams of Ram chips. So I'm going to end that video here. The next one will be, we're starting off with putting these bad boys in some hydrochloric and hydrogen peroxide, and then we'll burn it up, ash it, and then go for the gold. All right, let me know if you want to see that whole video. I'll make a separate video just so that it's basically that first clip in real time. Now I'll make sure to post 2 videos that day so that
you know, the people who want to see actual videos of refining or other projects, you don't get chipped out. So I know Mike has just done a whole series on these chips too, or is in the middle of the process of doing these chips. So I think I'm going to hold off on doing that, at least until, you know, he's got his stuff out, and then I'll do mine a little later in the year, unless I hear from him and he wants to accept my challenge. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.